YouTube, what is good? Welcome actually to the new channel, College Football, my College Football 25 Ultimate Team channel, exclusively Ultimate Team content. We're going to be here for the long haul. Now, I actually made an executive decision. I did not go with my live reaction to me reading all this information because it ended up being a very long video, and there's a lot of stuff in here that really doesn't need to be discussed. They go through a lot of the basics, and I want to give you guys kind of just my now gathered thoughts on the blog and everything. So, College Football 25 Ultimate Team Deep Dive. We're going to again run through it. So, starting off, they just are going to talk about what is College Football Ultimate Team, building your dream team of campus heroes of today, legends of the past, build your squad and compete against other players or battle against the AI, much like reviving a program to its former glory. Building the Ultimate Team squad might seem a little bit daunting, but we're here to help. As you see, and we'll get more into these cards. Just off the first screenshot, you can see training, SPAC, cut points, of course, coins in a season level. So there are seasons confirmed for College Football 25 Ultimate Team. And you can also see here, lineup, item binder, sets, store, catalog. So you're pretty standard. It is going to be structured very, very similarly to the Madden Ultimate Team, Madden 25 Ultimate Team that is. Also in this blog, there are going to be a lot of questions they don't really answer. Now, I have a few answers because I may have seen, and I may have heard some information in some whispers about College Football 25 Ultimate Team that I'll be answering in this video that will hopefully give you a better understanding of how the mode is going to work. First thing, and this is why I think College Football Ultimate Team actually has more potential than Madden Ultimate Team, and this is why. They have the rights to every single NFL player because of the NFLPA. Every single NFL player they have the rights to. So, in terms of legends, it's quite literally the entire NFL pool. And again, if you're an NFL player, you were more than likely a very, very good college player, right? They can even just take someone like CJ Stroud, who was a rookie last year, and you could have a legend card or a promo card in College Football 25 Ultimate Team. So the pool of legends is drastically, automatically bigger than it is in Madden. They have to let sign out former players, retired players. They have all the current players in the NFL. And then they're going to talk about starting out with some solo challenges. And this is always great to see because, well, College Football Ultimate Team and Ultimate Team in general, I feel like it's done a very bad job on the onboarding process for the new player, the casual player, right? If we as a mode want to get and attract the Dynasty player, the Road to Glory player, right, we have to make the process and the understanding of Ultimate Team, and again, like, almost over-welcoming to the mode. And the best way you're going to do that, especially for Dynasty players and Road to Glory players for playing offline, playing the CPU, is solo challenges. So they pretty much just going to walk through, solo challenges, different, objectives within the solo challenges. Your very standard stuff that, has been in Madden Ultimate Team. Your challenges 101, getting to know the basics, passing, rushing fundamentals, right? Very intro level solo challenges they talk about. To start the year, they're going to have over 100 challenges, variety and different themes to make each challenge feel unique. During Season 1, check out in case you missed the challenges to relive some of your favorite moments of college football over the past 10 years. In Ultimate Team 101, you'll have the opportunity to work on your fundamentals as the year progresses and as content gets dropped. We'll drop new solo challenges as always. Completing objectives is also a great way to up your lineup. Daily and seasonal objectives can be completed while playing specific modes and offer XP for your field pass. Now, there's no mention of a competitive field pass in this blog, but just a seasonal field pass. And I think there will be, promo field passes. That is. Which earns players packs and coins. Objectives will often highlight a specific action, 500 yards, get 75 passing yards in this drive, type of stuff. Very, very basic Ultimate Team stuff. Coins everywhere with coins you've earned from challenges. Again, very basic Ultimate Team stuff. Most of you guys know this, but, you can use coins to get either on the auction house to buy a player you want, or, use it on packs, which I will not recommend. But mainly, again, you can use coins in exchange for specific players on the auction house. All right, building your College Football Ultimate Team. They just talk about, generate best lineup. There are going to be scheme chemistries and then 100, and then, of course, Ultimate Team, or Team Chemistry, 153 chemistry options. And as you can see here, this is like a starter team of 66, 67 overalls. Initially off this, I wonder if there's going to be get a player pack with a lot of these lower overall cards, or are these just the starter players and the base level overall is more like 70. But as you can see, each player is going to have like pretty much a scheme, tied to their card, pistol, pro style, multiple offense. It'll be, I don't know if you can see it on these cards right here, but I'll be able to see the cards. It's like right if I can, you see my mouse, it's right there. It'll be next to their team chem. It'll say, what a scheme chemistry they have. Chemistries, and they talk about it a little bit more in depth. They're going to give, of course, statistical boosts as you get your, the more players you have from a certain team chem or scheme chem, that is, you get more points. Very similar. It's the exact same system in Madden in terms of like how chemistry works. They also here says add the pistol playbook to your line to get a plus 25 chem boost. For the looks of it, the boosts aren't too drastic. Again, tiers 1 and 2, which look to be, I think, 30 total at least, or maybe it's 25. Only plus 1 play action, plus 1 short accuracy. So let's be honest, these boosts are not very important as all. Those do not look like there's going to be a speed boost unless that is in the tier 5, which would maybe be 50 components. But yeah, that is your scheme chemistries. Again, each player will have a scheme chemistry based on, maybe like what type of offense they are involved with in real life. Building a sport a specific play style. The one question I have with the scheme with like this pistol playbook giving plus 25 chem boost, I'm wondering if, for example, I'm going to use UCLA because that's my college football team, right? UCLA, let's say offense, they're running a spread. They have Eric Bieniemy's OC, so let's just say they spread offense. Is that going to like apply to the spread scheme chemistry, or do I quite literally need the pistol or the spread, playbook? So that's a question I have right now when it comes to scheme chemistries. As you see here, like the base, like if you guys know the alternate playbooks, Madden Ultimate Team, again, pistol, spread, pro style, option, run, shoot, like are the team playbooks gonna have like each one of these like kind of labeled, as what type of offensive it is, and that also is gonna apply to your scheme chemistry. Very curious on that. And yeah, they just go over offensive, defensive schemes, the different ones they have, and of course there also are going to be your team playbooks as well. Also very, very cool. If you want to get any of these basic playbooks or alternate playbooks, they call them in Madden Ultimate Team. Again, I'm going to reference Madden Ultimate Team because it's the only thing we can kind of compare, this mode to. You can do it through solo challenges and the offensive scheme trials, and you can pretty much play through it. Even talks about it here. Yes, the 134 team playbooks, but you don't have to worry about buying. Where does it say? Playbooks is challenges. Yeah. Don't have to spend coins on a new playbook. Instead, head over to the challenges, check out offensive scheme trials, defensive scheme trials, and here you can experience each scheme and see how it plays with your squad before committing. That is, again, that's very good and very just the onboarding process for newcomers to Ultimate Team. That is cool for everybody, but really, really cool. And then of course, team chemistry. Yeah, let's talk about it. So you also want to consider a player's team chemistry when building your roster. I don't know about that, because if you read a little bit further, they are giving player items access to all 134 team chems. Now, I'm not a theme team guy. If you guys have watched my Madden Ultimate content, you'll know I'm not a theme team guy. I just end up choosing the theme team that I have like 5 players, let's say the Seahawks. I'm building my latest team, right, has 5 Seahawks. I'll maybe go 25 Seahawks, get plus 1 boost. I'm never really ever creating a team with the purpose of theme team, like being its primary design. But for those that were like wanting to run theme teams in College Football Ultimate Team, this pretty much kills it. Because the whole point of like a theme team is you will take players that are potentially lower overall, and with the boost, they become higher overall, and they become comparable to the higher overall cards of the game. Whereas if every player has every team chem, of course, everybody, like when you have your team, you're just going to apply one team chem to every single, like I'm going to run UCLA team chem the entire year, but it's not even unique to UCLA because I can give it to every single player. I'll be honest, the only thing I can think of when it came to this, because there's got to be a reason to this, right? This makes no sense, is that the smaller schools maybe like wouldn't be getting enough content or cards to make them even completely relevant in this game. Of course, like Ohio State and Michigan are going to need cards every week probably, whereas a school like Toledo is just not going to have that many cards. So I don't know. I don't know how to. That is the only thing I can think of as a rhyme or a reason for this decision, because this is a huge decision. And again, it actually benefits me because I'm not a big theme team guy, and I'm gonna get the best cards, and I'm just gonna apply again. It doesn't make sense because now it just makes, if everybody has a theme team boost, no one has. Does that make sense? Right? If every card in every lineup has +1 speed, then no one really has +1 speed. It just makes it to where you're able to get. Hopefully that is clicking in your guys' head, but I don't agree with this. It's clearly like a design decision, so it's probably not going to get changed. But yeah, that doesn't really make any sense to me. Because it's like boost favorite players from your favorite school, but I mean, I don't know. I don't agree with this. You want to consider players. You don't have to consider a player's team chemistry though, because you give it to everybody. I don't know. I would have liked to have also seen maybe like conference theme teams would have been really, really cool. Maybe they add that throughout the year, but yeah, I don't know how to agree with that. All right. Understanding player items. Michael Penix Jr. This is going to be the Ultimate Alumni program that you can get, and they show all 10 of the cards you get for pre-ordering. You can choose one of them. Michael Penix here, player items fronts. Okay, thousands. It takes some effort to remember them all. So these player item fronts highlight key attributes based on archetype and positions. Now, I didn't really understand this when I first read it. I still don't really understand it now. See those key attribute items come in all different rarities. I don't know what they mean by items. Is this like supposed to be strategy items? Or is it like players? Like, is this Junior Vander Ross III? He's a green card, so he's uncommon. I don't really understand this at all. It looks to be a cool system, maybe. I don't know. I don't really understand it. I think it's just for the base cards, if I had to guess, because like for example, this card has a black border, or you can even say it has a border. It's just black. And there's no like black for a certain type of rarity. So I think that's just for base cards, and it's like their way of, I don't know. This is like one of the things I don't have a clue what this means. They don't really do a good job of explaining it here. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. When the full game launches, player items backs. It's just going to show stats on the card. Flick the right joystick, you can flip and see the player item to see what abilities they are currently equipped. If you see a number on the front, you will see the same number of abilities equipped and are displayed on the back. As you equip new abilities and replace others, you will see those represented on the player item. So like the Shohei Bosa, he's an 85 overall card you will see later on. He has a bronze aftershock and bronze quick jump for available to be equipped, but of course you don't have to equip them. And then also this is a bit confusing, but this Michael Penix, they show he has one ability being pull down bronze, yet in this one, he doesn't have any abilities. So I think it's just show, for example, I don't think he actually has any abilities. Also, abilities cost ability points. View your AP limit. Lineup tools, activate players. Now, they don't talk about this. And again, I have seen and been told relayed information from people that have the game already. And what I was told is that, and I've actually seen a screenshot of a card that says it on the, is that on each side of the ball, you're only gonna be able to equip 3 players with abilities. So like the Madden 20 system, but they don't mention that at all. They just mention AP, so maybe they aren't doing that. But like that was, again, I've seen a screenshot, and it says like in the notes, like you can only equip 3 players on each side of the ball with abilities. So maybe that's still the case, but there's also AP on those 3 players. Again, this is one of the things I have a lot of questions about. Now, I will say, all the cards they show in this entire blog, and like from the promos we're going to get into, there's like no abilities on these cards for the most part. So abilities, at least at launch, are not going to be very important. I also do know this a little bit, again, insider information. Velo, I don't think there's not any Velo abilities in the game, which is awesome to hear. Awesome. And also, I think this is just known now, but quarterbacks also have Hot Rod Master like built onto the card. So yeah, again, I have more questions than I got answers when it comes to abilities in this blog. Hopefully they talk about it before the full game unlocks, but yeah, they just talk about, yeah, you allotting acquired AP amount lamps cannot exceed the AP point limit, so maybe it's not what I saw from the leaks that I don't know. Again, I have questions, so we'll have to wait and see. Like, they don't even give us an AP, like, limit or anything. And they just talk about how you can use training to get these abilities. All right, programs. This is like the starter programs or the programs that are going to be available. I think that they say, yeah, few of these programs will be playing at launch. Ultimate Alumni. This is the pre-order. I'm going to actually have the screen up. If you pre-order the deluxe edition right now, this is the Ultimate Alumni Pack, choice of 1 item out of 10. Now, hopefully you're able to earn 1 or 2 more of those cards. They usually do that with these pre-order content. Especially if there's a lot of them. Like if there's only 5, you can only get 1, that's fine. But when they usually have like 10 or 15, they usually give you kind of like old school Rookie Premier back in Madden 22, where they gave you some other ways to get those cards. So here are the 10 cards. Now, I'll actually have a video probably ranking these 10 cards, which ones I would choose. But off rip, I actually think the best one is Brock Bowers. He is very, very fast for a tight end at 81 speed. And by the way, these are all players that got drafted just this past year. So we've got Brock Bowers, we've got Blake Corum, 81 speed as a running back, low catching, I will say, on that card. Also, like Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards would have been a cool, like, kind of little starter theme team, but these don't really exist now, I guess. Cooper DeJean, only 80 speed is a little bit low for a defensive back, I'll be honest. He has the, and this is where you can see the chemistries. He is the 3.35. I don't know what it says in the bottom. I think it says wide, 55 wide for Cooper DeJean. Michael Penix, 76 speed. Probably be a popular choice for a lot of people that just want a quarterback to start. I feel like if you don't choose Quinn Ewers, the other pre-order quarterback option. Jared, I think it's just Verse, not Verse. Sorry if I mispronounced that. 77 speed, defensive end, pass rusher. Adonai Mitchell, 83 speed so far. I think it's the fastest card we've seen, other than the USC wide receiver we saw in the pre-order rewards. He also has 83 speed, and which is why I say 81 speed on a tight end is very, very fast. JC Latham and Jordan Morgan at some offensive linemen, and then we got Peyton Wilson. I will say a little bit slow here, and especially if linebackers don't jump and they don't get any abilities like Lurk Artist. We'll have to wait and see, but I don't know if that'll be too popular of a choice. And then Quinyon Mitchell, so 2 Eagles in Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, 82 speed for him. This will definitely be the defensive back of choice, because I believe he is 6'3 or 6'4. He's got good height, and he's got the speed attribute there. So those are the 10 pre-order options. Again, I'm going to make a full video probably breaking down these cards into which one I will choose and probably ranking them. It's probably the next video I do upload. Next, launch promo, conference stories of the week. Now, initially, I thought this was team of the week, but I don't believe that is to be the case, because they talk about classic moments in terms of the challenges, and new challenges players that's become available. Again, probably a weekly program, very similar to like weekly wildcard or AKA. We'll probably get 4 to 5 cards per week, or maybe it's like 1 card per conference week. That would be really, really cool. The highlighted example of this is Jonathan Jefferson, power show, a current player. Of course, you will notice the current players have they cannot have their like an actual picture of them. It's just going to be an image of them in game in actual College Football 25. It's got to be due to like NIL licensing, stuff like that. 77 speed, honestly, 86 power, very good, but not the fastest defensive end. In the 4-3 chemistry. In case you missed it, I will bring up to speed of the last decade of college football, where there's 2013 Miracle for Auburn, and the example they use is an 85 overall Joey Bosa. I also may have been told a few other cards that, again, there's a lot more like those. There's more cards than just one, so hopefully we get like either reveal tweets or maybe a reveal stream before Monday. That is when the game releases. And again, these will be out. I'm assuming when they mean launch, meaning Monday, and that's the day the game drops. But Joey Bosa, here's the card. And again, they also showed Joey Bosa to have abilities earlier, but now he has 0 abilities on this screenshot. So again, abilities are like not a thing, it seems like, in the beginning of this game, which I would say is good. 80 speed though, 85 finesse would be probably one of the best defensive ends or pass rushers to start in the game. And then we've got Legends, Ray Lewis, starting out at 85 overall. So it looks like 85 overall is kind of the highest overall they're going to start, which is lower than we've ever seen, which, again, I like the lower overalls, gives more longevity to the game. Also makes those 83 and 81 overall pre-order cards not as bad as we initially thought, with, the only highest overall being 85 overalls. And technically now, as we see this Ray Lewis, with them not having abilities, again, like, overall is just a number, like, especially, like, early on with these cards not getting abilities. It's like in Madden, at a certain ability, they would get a certain, or at a certain overall, they would get a certain ability. So, like, the highest overall cards would genuinely be the best cards because they would get the best abilities. Well, at least at the start of this game, right, there's going to be probably some 80 overall cards that are just as good as Ray Lewis because they're going to have 81 speed. Again, that's great. Just for playing the game, you're not, like, these high overall cards, it's not going to be as big an advantage because, no abilities, which is good to see. So yeah, Ray Lewis, again, we'll have probably 7 to 8 Legends that first. We'll have to see when they release these content, maybe Friday or Saturday. But then again, they say launch, so maybe we get Legends like just the first day. I don't know. We'll see. Again, a lot of answers a lot of questions that still need to be answered. All right, live events. This is probably the biggest stuff to talk about. So they talk about the field pass. There is an orientation field pass, which is just like your starter gets to level 5, and then they have there is a season 1 that will then be unlocked once you complete the orientation objectives and challenges to get familiar with Ultimate Team. That's good on there. Looks like you get coins and then a varsity pack at the end. Sets. Now, I will say this set is definitely a ripoff. 65 overall cards for 68, 69 overall card, but it's good to see sets are in the game. They'll definitely probably use sets to get a lot of these, promo cards and all that sort of thing. Again, I guess this doesn't look like to be starter cards, so maybe there is a get a player pack that's like 500 coins for a 65 plus player. That would be awesome, because they haven't had that the past few years in MUT. And it of course is repeatable, so they're just, your basic upgrade sets. And of course, new sets will be introduced as the programs get released. New ways to play. All right, first up, we've got solo seasons. Be able to play a season format with your ultimate team against AI opponents. Go 5-0 for your season and get a bye for the playoffs, compete for the championship, and get ready to do it all over again. Solo seasons is completely repeatable and offers great rewards as you progress in each season. That it's been missing in Ultimate Team, Madden Ultimate, that is, for the past it feels like 5 or 6 years. They've just completely neglected offline play, and again, this is really good, and this is very welcoming to those that might be playing Dynasty and Road to Glory, as it's focused on. There's a lot more focus on offline play for those that don't want to play online and get very sweaty. They also talk about solo battles, accumulating battle score for each win, and earn rewards as you progress. So from the looks of it, they're just, again, a lot more questions than answers, but solo battles looks to be reverting back to like the old school format in Madden Ultimate Team, where the more battle score you get, you're gonna get rewards at the end of each week. Depending on how many battle scores you do get, the more you get, the better rewards you get. So that's cool. So offline, way more offline. I mean, solo seasons alone is like better than anything we've ever seen in a football game for just like playing offline with your ultimate. It's always just been like solo challenges and solo battles. This will be really cool, and I'm excited to see the rewards. I really hope they reward people that play offline, because let's be honest, in Madden Ultimate Team, the offline rewarding is always like they spit in their face almost. It's a slap in the face, that is. So hopefully, if you win the national championship as you progress on, you get better rewards. For those who like competing or playing others online, more traditional mode in head-to-head seasons, you through the season make the playoffs and win championships and move the divisions for even better rewards. So I don't think this is ranked seasons. I think this is just your standard head-to-head seasons. So it looks like the ranked seasons mode is exclusive to the regs in college football, but it will be in Madden Ultimate this year, as it was in their initial reveal trailer and I reveal blog and stuff like that. They also do have squads, so it's good to see squads. Squads is a fan favorite mode. I used to play it a ton before I did content creation. I definitely haven't played it in the last few years, but it's cool to see that squads is coming to college football Ultimate Team. Now, if you're looking for a new way to sweat, this is probably the best sentence I've seen in this entire blog. Brand new experience that we're calling Gauntlet. Every Friday, enter the Gauntlet to take on the best mode take on the best the mode has to offer online. Become a Gauntlet champion by achieving 10 wins, but take 2 losses, and your Gauntlet run is over for that week. So I guess maximum of 11 wins, or I guess you could say, no, I think it would 11 with the maximum games you could play. A ton of great rewards are up for grabs, including coins, national champion packs, and exclusive players. This is everything I've been asking for in a Ultimate Team mode, Madden Ultimate Team, that is. Ever since they pretty much removed Weekend League, there was nothing to play but head-to-head seasons the past 2 years. Yes, there were live events, but they were very rare. They would happen 3 weeks of the entire year. Head-to-head seasons was the same mode, day 1, day 365. The rewards technically would get worse as the year goes on, as the value of trophy packs would just decrease straight up. This is 10 out of 10. This is a mode that is perfect for those that have that competitive itch like I do. I also pretty much can confirm this also is coming to Madden Ultimate Team, so this is great for just football Ultimate Team modes this year. I guess I gave a little bit insight because I have played the Madden 25 beta and they had the Gauntlet structure in game. The rewards for Gauntlet in the Madden 25 beta were insane. I'm talking, it was the same thing. You can get up to 10 wins. I thought it was you have to go 10-0, but taking 2 losses, I guess is a little bit more reasonable. But the 10 win, even the 8 or 9 win rewards, boys, it was. I'll say the 10 win reward was 300k. It was a BND Fire Fantasy pack, so that's kind of more Madden themed, and an 85 plus player pack. That is, you're looking at maybe 1 million coins worth of value potentially, if you get 10 wins. So this is Weekend League on steroids essentially. And I guess you don't have all the pressure to go winless. I guess the thing I'm happy about most is my internet always be going out. So I was worried that I'd have to go 10-0. I mean 9-0. My internet goes out, and I'm super mad. But now that you can take 2 losses, that is, or I guess actually you could technically play 12 games. So take 2 losses. Oh, I guess, yeah. So you're on your second loss, your Gauntlet run is over. So you can only lose 1 game. Allows me to lose or get DC'd 1 time each and every week. Again, that's going to start on Friday and run from Friday to Monday. So really old school Weekend League where you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I guess a little bit of Monday. But again, it's only 11 or 12 games. So those are your like games of the week. It's just an awesome format. Awesome format. I don't know if it could get any better than that. How can you enter the gauntlet each week? You can play champs during the week to earn a gauntlet entry or pay a coin entry. So I can actually elaborate on that a little bit. In the, again, Madden 25 beta, it was 50,000 coins to enter the gauntlet. Now, they talk about champs. In champs, you'll play a maximum of 20 games against others by getting 16 wins in the current week. Champ event will also get you entered to the gauntlet. That's a lot of wins. I'm not going to lie, that's a lot of wins for entry to the gauntlet. Most people are probably just going to pay the 50K or whatever the entry fee is each and every week, considering you get like at least 50K worth of value if you win like 1 or 2 games. Note, champs event refreshes every Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, so it will be going out throughout the entire week, and then again, refresh Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Again, question I have with this. Surely we're getting rewards. Like, this is like the EAFC style of Weekend League or Champions, that is, where you play 20 games, and depending on how many wins you get rewards based on how many wins you get. It's almost like the old Weekend League system, except there's no top 100. Now, again, Madden 25 beta, they had this exact structure where you could play 20 games, and you did get rewards. They weren't as good as Gauntlet, but they were pretty good. I can't go in there because the beta is down, but it was like, I wish I took a screenshot, honestly, but I believe like the 16 wins was actually like the maximum you could get, or like the peak rewards you get with 16 wins, and it was like 100K. It was like a BND Fire Fantasy pack and like a touchdown pack or something like that in Madden. So we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, I assume, because they talked about solo battles, like getting rewards based on your battle score, I would have to assume you get rewards based on how many wins you get in champs. So basically, like, sort of the old Weekend League is back, and then on top of that, we've got Weekend League on steroids. So I love to hear that. So I'll be honest, if champs is quite literally just qualification, like who's gonna play 20 games and have to win 16? There has to be rewards. Like no one would play champs if it's quite literally just a gauntlet like qualification system, because I'll be honest, I'll just pay, and 99% of people will pay. Who's gonna want to sweat out games just to get I assume there's rewards. I don't know why they didn't mention, like, hey, yeah, you get rewards. The more wins you get, you're also going to get more reward. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't mention that at all. If there's not rewards, I am very, very disappointed in that. And I guess it's just going to be Gauntlet and then head-to-head seasons. That's probably the only thing I'll pay, but I'm really hoping that Champs gives you rewards based on how many wins you get. Working up a sweat rating this, you also have house rules. Be sure to check the live events tab below the 2 house rules modes you can play at launch. Touchdown Tango in overtime. Overtime is always one of my favorite modes. Touchdown Tango expires 8:29 at 10 a.m. Eastern. They don't talk about overtime expiring. But that's about going to be it. I still rambled a lot more than I probably wanted to when I was making this video, but I wanted to give you guys some, like, just more clearer feedback on what this blog is all about, as well as some insights and some information I have that the blog just did not explain at all. But again, there's still a lot of questions until Monday. Like, we're 6 days out, 5 days out, pretty much, by the time you're probably watching this video, or less. And there's a lot of questions still I have with Ultimate Team, but overall, the only thing I'm disappointed with is the theme team stuff. And then we'll have to see how they're doing rewards for champs, but I assume there's going to be rewards, because it has the same structure again as EFC. Actually, one thing to note with that is that in EAFC, aka FIFA, and that 20-win champ structure is you get the rewards right when you finish all 20 games. So hopefully that's the case also in college football. I think it would have to be, because you also get your what's it called? You get your qualification for Gauntlet. Sorry, that is. But yeah, that is the College Football 25 Ultimate Team blog. Comment if you have any questions, though. I, again, won't have that many answers for you. Like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you're new. It's a new channel, so most of you guys should be able to subscribe. College Football Ultimate Team content will be coming from me. Try to, like, almost every single day. I am as committed to Madden Ultimate Team as I am to College Football Ultimate Team. So expect content throughout the entire year. I'm excited to build this community. Until next time, boys. Peace.